I'm Russell Palmer.
I'm Doug Kunkle.
We have a show called We Should Talk, and this morning we should talk about Tulsi Gabbard and some Zelensky phone call shit that came down. It was what do you call it when it's no longer secret? Declassified yesterday. That Zelensky, you saw this, right?
I didn't.
Zelensky.
I'll pretend I know what you're talking about.
Okay, Zelensky. This is big news, you know.
Well, we've been saying all along that the Ukraine war is a big money laundering operation,
and
this proves it.
Yeah, I was always sort of on the gosh, all those poor Ukrainians, especially the ones that died, especially in vain, because Zelensky and his wife and all these creeps that are over there just taking money by the fistfuls in large gunny sacks, you know, it's ridiculous. So they found this conversation. They recorded, our country recorded, imagine that. Mm-hmm. The CIA has a recording, I guess it's the CIA, of Zelensky making a deal with some high-level official in the United States government, probably Congress, I'm going to guess, to bilk $200 million from the USAID funds.
Right, and that's probably the tip of the iceberg.
Well, it probably is.
So much stolen on that whole war. We've been wasting money, and the worst part is lives are being wasted on that war.
Yeah.
It was completely preventable. If we had just left Ukraine in there with no, take away their nukes, they gave up their nukes as a peace deal with the Russians, and leave them in as a buffer, but no, that wasn't good enough for us. We had to have them be part of NATO, and Camel Toe was saying that.
Right.
That poked the Russians. I mean, we'd be pretty pissed off if there was some Axis power right up on our neighboring border.
Can you imagine?
It's great to have that buffer where Ukraine is like they're autonomous and they're semi-neutral in some way.
They have been autonomous up until now.
They have been. But, if they were a NATO country, then any little disturbance at the border, even like some misunderstanding or mistake, could lead to World War III because NATO has to, all the NATO countries have to come in and help
Title
Ukraine.
5, right?
Yeah, and fight whoever, fight the Russians. If they're not part of NATO,
right, then
we can weigh what's happening, see, make sure it's, actually a threat of war. If it's a mistake, things can calm down pretty quickly, and then we don't have to get involved.
All those countries that surround the Ukraine have got to be plenty nervous, just in a regular period, in a sort of semi-calm period,
right?
Even though there's a war going on a few blocks down the street.
Oh, I know.
But right now, I'm guessing, this is just my prediction, this is what I'm guessing is the case. I'm sure that Trump knew about this classified information,
right,
ordered it declassified, because it's like, why are we giving money to Zelensky when he's such a scumbag? And he doesn't go along with us. He goes along, well, yeah, I did agree to it, but, it's not really good. We need more assurances.
More money.
Which means more money.
Yeah, keep the grift going.
And so all these other countries, all the NATO countries that are down there, who are now refusing Trump to use the airfields in their various, France, Germany, etc., Spain, United Kingdom,
right?
Keir Starmer, what a charmer, snake charmer, but he's a charmer. The point is, all these guys are saying, oh, that's not our fight. Well, let's show you how it is your fight. And I think that's what's coming. I think that, now that we all know this information that's been declassified, we see it, they see it, they're paying attention to this over there in Euroville.
Yes, they have to be. It's on their doorstep.
Yeah. I have to be very concerned about this.
I'm still pissed off at Trump, though, because I voted for him to get us out of that war. It's basically a proxy war with money laundering on top of it. And so his promise to get us out on day one or week one or whatever, I'm pissed that hasn't happened. It's been over a year now.
Well,
it's damn near 2, and we're still involved in the proxy war, wasting money, getting lives wasted over there. Putin's not going to roll into Poland if Ukraine falls. He just doesn't want a NATO country on his doorstep.
Yeah,
I understand that. I'm no fan of Putin, but
how could you be?
Yeah, how could you be?
What a slime bag.
He's a bad guy, but Zelensky's a bad guy too.
Yeah, and it's so which bad guy do we want to give more money to? More useless money that's not going to it's not going to
Yeah.
appreciate into anything that's going to favor our country. America first.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
Yeah. So why are we involved in a proxy war?
Yeah. I think we'll find out soon.
I hope so.
I'm Russell Palmer.
I'm Doug Kunkle.
We Should Talk. We'll be back.